Okay, guys, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the upcoming missions that we have with Recco and the new scanning system and or the updates to the scanning system. So, as you can see, I'm on my ironclad. This is how I've been doing the missions. You don't have to do this by any means. You could use you could do this kind of thing with if you have an ironclad or some other carrier type ship, C2 or something like that. But I've been using this because I've been sampling all the missions, and as you can see, I've got my medical terrapin on. Let me double check, make sure my respawn is set here. Because of the tier 2 medical bed on the terrapin, when you're out mining with a mobile base like this, it doesn't take very much at all to get out farther than the tier 1 bed will respawn you. So when I've got room, I bring a terrapin. And then if I was doing much mining, I would have some repair RMC here, and I would have some more golem bags here. But with the way that mining is working, really the mobile base is not necessarily the best place to go with that. But anyway, what I will do if you're wondering about the Recco things is I have found that the mining missions are tedious. I'll pull that up here in just a minute. You have to mine every little speck of what you got, and so like if you were going out mining this stuff, you might want to do it and then just be able to have it while you're at it. But you have to mine everything. I'll show you in just a minute. But let's look at the missions. I am currently at rank associate, so I'm not very far up. You have to get to these before you get into the good stuff, so I'll have to go through this and through this to get up into these, and these take quite a bit. Mr. Kraken has already got a video out, and there'll be others that probably do this better than me, but this is mainly for friends of mine at SMB and anyone else, the few that subscribe to my channel. But so you got to get up pretty good ways. Well, to grind that, I think the best thing to do, if you look up here in the Battaglia, ore deposit needs scanning. When you'll need 3 torite, 3 ice, and 2 aluminum. Okay, aluminum now is only found in the Keeger belt. Okay, I don't know if you can tell it, but we're sitting on the outskirts of the Keeger belt at this moment. And then this one is like the basic one, and it's 3 aluminum and 2 iron. Now all you have to do is scan these, but you can pick these together. So here's this one. We'll accept that offer. Go back, Battaglia, or scan, accept, offers, Battaglia, or to be scanned. Now this one's 2 aluminum, 1 iron, and 2 ice. Ice, and that's what I meant to mention there a while ago. On these here, the like this one, torite and ice can be found in either belt. It's just aluminum and iron. And I think they've done that to make you travel a little bit more to get these, because you can't get like on this one where it's looking for aluminum and iron. You can't stay in one place and get it. You've got to switch between the belts, but adds a little bit more grind to it. But I don't guess they wanted to make it too easy. But so you can pick up all these scanning ones. Here's one that's scanning and mining needed. Shipping distress, ore needs gathering. Let's look at this. We'll do this miner mining. No, we won't do that one. Let me see what else we got. Full area scan. We won't do that one. That one's torite, bexlite, and ice. You can find that in any belt. So we'll pick that one up. Okay, and let's see. Battaglia again. Scan and mine 646. No. Ore needs gathering. No. 4 aluminum. Okay, so you see these. This one you scan them. It says some ore needs some ore mine, but part of it's scanning it, and then you have to mine it, and you have to mine 4 of those. So I guess the minor one's what we'll have to do. Okay, we'll do this one, and I won't make you go through the whole thing. I'll fast forward it a little bit, or just abandon it. But I wanted to show you. Okay, so in this one, it's aluminum and iron, and as you can see. In these, I have 4 scans, and then the last one is the mining. Okay, and you can do mining on all of them if you want to. You could have several more missions. All right, but let's start with. So this one needs torite, aluminum, and ice. Okay, we know we're going to get the aluminum here, so let's get that one. But we also know that we're going to be needing bexlite in addition for this one. Okay, so we'll keep our eyes out for that. Well, no, let's see, I don't want to track that one. Let's track one with aluminum. Torite, aluminum, and ice. Okay, let's track that one. All right. Okay. So
great. Thanks for picking that up.
We'll have to listen to several of these. Now, as you can tell, I'm on the outside edge of the Keeper belt.
Been needing someone to clear that one out.
If you go a little further, you'd be out of the asteroids. If you go this way here, let's see, I'm about almost 400. Let's try. Yeah, 367 kilometers away from service station. All right, so here is the way I scan. So I put it in a nav mode. You don't have to. Sometimes it may be better to go slower and give things time to pop in. But I think this is actually a little more speed is better. And it's one of the reasons I use the Golem for this. And as you can tell, let's see if we can see it here. I am in, I can't really tell it, but I'm in the Soul flight suit. If you're going to be using a Golem and you're going to be doing any kind of speed, you're going to need a flight suit, because a Golem will absolutely black you out or red you out. Okay. All right, let's get started. Start with our scan here and see if we find anything. as we get in a little thicker, we should start seeing some scans pop up. I've got the ironclad out there pretty good ways just to kind of keep it out of the mix. This is editor sweetheart coming back in and talking to you. I've positioned my ironclad a little too far out, or I started showing the video a little too far out. I'm not getting anything, but as you watch my golem here in just a second, it will shake. At that moment, I'm crossing some kind of boundary line in the server, and all of a sudden, as soon as that happens, you'll see right there. Now, first ping after that, I get scans. There's our first one. Okay, now here's the thing. Focus on it a little bit. Ping again. It'll bust it up and start scanning. There's Taurite. All right, so let's go ahead and mine the Taurite. And you see the difference in the server. Whoops. Remember what I talked about the, all right, about the golem? Okay, now it took us a long time to get in, to get any scans, but as you notice, when I turned around and looked back towards the ironclad, there was a bunch of scans, or a bunch of signatures out here. They just hadn't popped in yet. Okay, that's another Taurite. That's 2 lindenium. That's some Bexalite. That's a single lindenium. 2 Bexalite. This is something you learn. It's good to get a signature graph so that you learn these. Some of these I know off the top of my head, some of them I don't. Let's go to these Taurite here. Okay, as you can see, we've got Taurite as part of this mission. So let's pull up on it. Now, you can, if you're in a regular, you can do this. You don't have to be in a mining ship. If you're in just a regular ship, you see how it says scan asteroid. Now, in order to get that, you have to have selected that particular mission that has a Taurite mission in it. If you don't, if you like say you've just got the iron and aluminum one, that won't show. It'll just, but it'll still scan and do it most of the time, but it won't tell you. See how this says scan asteroid? When I scan that one, it will say this has already been scanned. You can't use this one again. But we'll go ahead and scan it. Now, if you look, let's see, I can't see it, but I've got something covering it there. But that should say 1 Taurite. Okay, and you notice how it changes. It says asteroid previously identified. Okay, so that one won't count to scan it anymore. But one of the things to notice, if you look at your contracts, okay, here's the ones I've got accepted. And let's see, aluminum, Taurite. See, there's one that's got Taurite and Bexalite, and it counted 1, right? But I also Taurite, aluminum, and ice. Here's the different one, and it counted 1. So it's counting for the 2 missions. This one asteroid got 2 missions. So it's good to have all these. Really, it's good to have all these up for anything you're doing in this Recco Battaglia mission section, because anytime you come across these, you can go ahead and scan them and get them in. It's real easy, and this will be, to me, one of the best ways to grind it. And you can do it. You can do it while you're doing other things. You can do the ship one, or the people missing one, or any of those, and just scan as you go along, and knock out the scanning ones while you're at it. Okay, so let's scan some more. Now also I'll show you, this should be, so we just scanned that one, so we know that one's going to come up, but then here's this one already up. And notice when the mining HUD goes ahead and scans it again, it counts as it's scanning it. And then there should be another one here. And notice that one was also already scanned. Now, for I think both of those missions, we have, for both of those missions, we have that portion of the mission done, okay? Now this, I don't know exactly what's going on here. Something wrong with the system. I don't have Mr. Kraken's star strings or whatever installed on the PTU, so that's not it. But anyway, you got something going on there. It's no big deal. But then here's another one. Okay, so now on both of these, the Torite's knocked out. Okay, we can move on to something else. All right, let's see what else we can find. All right, spread your scan out. You notice, you notice my scan angle. It's right here. If you'll watch that, if you've never mined before or scanned much before, watch how I change that. Okay, right now I've got it wide open, and it says 90 degrees, but from everything I understand, it actually is 360 degrees when it's at this. It'll scan everything around you. Okay. All right, now you just notice the signatures disappear. The scan's only good for so many seconds, and then they go away. All right, so we'll scan again. All right, now when something spreads, you see right now Sabrilium. There's two Sabrilium together. There's Torite. See, when everything spreads out, it will begin to scan it. Okay, so it's focusing on. Let's do this 72. That should be 2 Bexalot. Okay, we focused in on it so it knows what we're looking at. There, 2 Bexalot. Okay, same with this. Now, okay, now here's the problem. See that distance, 28? It won't measure that. Okay, we have to get to about 20K to measure that one. Let's see what else we can find here. We know we got that Bexalot. What else? What else? Here's some 72, 2000. That's like degree. That's salvage stuff. That 15 there. That's a 1560. I can't remember what that one is. It's ping. Now it spread it out. Tore out again. That rats. I don't have my sheet. 34. That's a single. That's a single. Normally, what I have got. Normally, I'll have a sticky note or something on my computer screen with the 17. That might be something there. It might be ice. I'll have a sticky note out with the scan signatures that I want. Okay, let's see what this is. Can't remember. 17200. Raw ice. There we go. Let's see what else we got here. 2000. 34. That's lindanium. All right, let's get this ice. I like to go ahead and check it with a mining node just in case. If I was doing this on live server, you never know, you might come across some 900 or 800 material that you want to go ahead and scoop up. 714, that's not good enough. I was going to do it at 659. 659. All right, let's let these scan a little bit. Now, okay, objective complete, scan asteroids. Now, that initial scan that you see just at range, that doesn't count for these missions. So you hear there, if you listen, you can hear my scanning system when I click on these, you can hear my scanning system working. You have to let it do that before it counts for these missions. Okay, that should have finished those. We'll do this one too. I don't remember how many. Yeah, I don't remember how many we're supposed to have. All right, let's check out our contract thing here. See what we got on ice. No ice there. Oh, yeah, right there's ice. All right, ice is done on that one. Ice is done on that one. There's no ice on that one. And ice is done on that one. So there's ice done on 3 of them. So now for some of these, we just need some aluminum. Okay, now I do know most of these signatures. So let's look for some aluminum. $34, no. Lindenium, 11,700, no. 2,000, no. 3,000, oh, no, it's 3,000. 3,000. Just out of curiosity, we'll check that out. I bet that's a ship or something. 34 lindenium. 10,200, no. 21, aha. That's what we need. 21,425, and that's got a bunch of aluminum in it. About smacked that asteroid. Alright, let's get these knocked out and we'll see what that 3,000 was. Just out of curiosity. Alright. Sorry, I can't help it but look at the quality. That's completed one of them, but some of these I think have got more, so let's scan all these. Got that one. Oh, that was the whole thing, I think. 614. Blueprints came in. Strata arms, which I can't stand the Strata. One. Objective complete. There's another one.
Wanted to let you know that everything checked out. Consider the contract complete.
Alright, so let's see what we've got here. Alright, we've completed one of them. So let's see what we've got left. Oh, this one's a mining job, so we've got to mine some. I can show you that while we're there. Torite, nice. Okay, so that's got the aluminum for this one. It's got the aluminum for this one. So the only thing we're needing here is iron, and Bexalite. We'll pick up a Bexalite while we're out here and have that knocked out. Go ahead and... Alright, so now, where's that? Oh no, we was going to mine this way. Alright, so now here's the deal with the mining. In order to, let's see what we've got, any kind of size, 13, 20. Right now the golem is crippled because you can't put any modules on it. So it's great for scanning, but you're really going to be limited if you try to use it to mine with. Okay, it's 75. Okay, we don't want to. It might break that 13. I don't know. We can try it just for the fun of it, but that's going to be right at the edge without modules. A couple of surges on it. Let's just see if we can get any green to come up, just out of curiosity. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we can break. We should be able to break that one with the increased power, and there's no resistance. If you look there, it's kind of hard to see, but there's only 1% resistance, so we're getting nearly all the power of the pitman, and then they increase the pitman's power up. So I'm not going to take the time to fool this one, but you can see we're gaining in green, and that's a 13, right at a 13.5K aluminum. Key is the resistance. There is no resistance, nothing for the debuff on the pitman to multiply. I mean, 0 times 25% is still 0, basically. So I don't think that was exactly 0, but anyway. All right, so this is the 75. Now, for this to count, you have to mine every single piece of it. So that is saying that it's 2696 SCU. So if I mine every single piece of that, I won't get all that, but you get what I'm saying. If I mine every single piece of that, it would take me forever to get. I think you're gonna have 4 and 6 of them and that kind of thing. And in a golem, especially, or a prospector, you're gonna have to make several trips unless you do this. Okay, so 100%. Don't try this at home, or this would normally not be what I would tell you to do. But oh my, we're into the red. Looks like we're probably going to lose some of this. Oh, better back. Well, not back away. Drive. That was supposed to be a S instead of a W. Alright, so anyway. So you see what I've done. I busted this up. Smacking into it may help, but I busted this up, and I've got a 12 piece and an 11 piece. Okay, well, let's do the same thing here. Now this would be different if this was some aluminum we wanted, but I mean, you see right there, 511 is the highest piece, so we don't want nothing to do with this thing. All right, so oops, I believe we're gonna lose this one too. Dad burn it. Okay, how about reverse this time? There we go. Alright, same thing here, but not so much. Give it a little more cook there. We don't want it to all. Alright. Same thing here. Now you got to be careful or you'll end up with you'll have to repair a lot. And you can't really do this in a mold. Or you can, but it's not all that healthy. Alright, now there's very little of this, so we'll just scoop these two. Alright, now, let's take a look at this. Contracts. Offer accepted. Minor mining job, 1 aluminum. Okay, so as long as we scoop a piece, and I don't know exactly if it matters the order, seems like it might. It's probably safe to make sure that you scoop the last piece, but that way you can be out and do this. And now see, the only thing is we'd have to do that 6 or 5 more times, and then 4 more times here. Now, if I'm mining aluminum and I'm mining iron, and I want those, then I would probably do these mining contracts. But I'm not right now, so I'm not going to fool with this one. But that is, you can do that. That's a way to cheat and get it done. Okay, but I would have to go to find another 5 aluminum rocks and bust them, even with a mole, you know, you have difficulty getting this done in one load if you scooped it all. And you have to scoop in dirt and everything, okay? So let's get rid of this one. All right. Okay. So now we're back here, and we need Bexalite and iron. Okay. All right. So let's get the Bexalite while we're out here. Well, I was going to check that if I haven't lost it. I was going to check that 3,000. Where was that at? And also start to say where I had done it, and it will do this a little bit when it registers Bexalite. It'll give you an arrow to it sometimes. Okay, but let's see here. I think that's a 140, 4,000. What was that? 3,000. Ping again because we lost our stuff. 3,000. There you go. Debris that. Now here's the thing: when it breaks up like this, you lose your ping number. That's normally up here. Once it gets to the point where it's broke it up, it won't give you that number. Sometimes you can turn away, scan a couple times and come back to it. Yeah, see there, now it's back up. But the minute it spreads out, there's our 3,000. So I turned away and then come back to it, and it was together. But now if we focus on it at all and ping, it breaks them up and you lose that number. Okay, but there's our debris. Let's check and see what this is. What is that going to be? It's a ship of some kind, I think. I should know. I think origin. Oh, now see, if I wasn't in a big hurry, we would grab the reclaimer, come out and have our way with this thing. That would be some good salvage. All right, or anything else if using a vulture or even a. Well, I don't know what you'd be doing in a salvation out here unless you were doing something like I'm doing with the ironclad. But anyway, all right. So let's go back to Bexalite. Whoop, what was that? Bexalite. I don't remember Bexalite anything past 2 of them. Think that 16. So there we go. There's probably some closer, but we see that one, so let's just add that. Something else I'll tell you, if you're in a golem, sometimes if you leave it in scan mode, when you switch over to nav mode, it, for whatever reason, sometimes it won't like fully engage nav mode as far as your speed. It's a good idea when that thing's spooling up to just pop it out of scan mode. And the golem is so much better. I mean, you've got so much. If you'd have done that in a mole or a prospector, you'd have been sliding way past it for I don't know how far and have to come back. And I'm not the best pilot anyway, so all right, so let's scan that. All right. 13 now. Just as far as mining goes, without a, now you could put a gadget on that. But you see this one's 13635. It's almost the same size as the one. Ooh, Pittman mining laser. That's good.
Let's go ahead and call that last job done.
All right, so because I'm going to try that, craft that Pittman. laser. But this is 51%. So half of our laser power is gone. And that's before let me get a little closer and you'll see. This is white right now. So that's not getting the debuff yet from the pitman. Okay, so let's scooch up a little bit closer. As soon as we get into range, bam, well, it should. This should change. This should go red, and this should go red, showing that you have a debuff on those. And this should go up to about 80%, 86%. I don't know why it isn't, but we're in range. And see, you also not got the, it's not telling you right here what the deal is either. And this should all change. So it's something server related, I guess. Oh, right here, duh. I'm an idiot. I was in extraction mode. You can see one of the things to think about, another little mining thing. You see this right here? Most of the time it'll have a purple ring on it if it's scoopable, but this will also tell you if this is pointing over. It's telling you you're in extraction mode right now. If this is pointing over this way, it's telling you got to fracture. You got to go over fracture mode. Do this. All right, so now we're in fracture mode, and we have what we're supposed to. And you see we're at 80. I think it's 80. It might be a 6. Might have been reading that wrong. But anyway, with that resistance, this golem will not break this. Let's look. We shouldn't. I don't think we'll even get we'll get any green at all. Yeah. Now I put a gadget on it, knocked that down. If it was just a little bit smaller, you might could. But like I say, the golem is, now if I had 2 surges on there, this would be no problem. We'd knock it out in just a minute. But right now, without being able to put modules on the golem, it's crippled. It does great for scanning, if that's all you plan on doing, or mining small rocks. All right, so now let's look at our contracts. Got sidetracked there, sorry. Looking at our contracts. You guys are getting kind of a raw thing here with me. I'm not going to cut much of this. I'm just going to post it out there. Hopefully it won't bore you too bad. All right, let's go ahead and track that one. All we need is iron. Need 2 there and 1 there. So shouldn't take us just a second. So what we'll do now is we'll go back to the ironclad. And if I can find it, there we go. We'll go back to the ironclad, and I'll jump to the glacium ring, and we will mine there. Now I will cut that part out for you. So I'll be right back. Okay, you just won't even know time has passed. Alright, we're 60 kilometers away from Levski. We should be able to ping here and see what we find. Give the server a minute to and the iron, you can fly the ironclad from the command room from the bridge there, and that's fine, but I like the option to do both. Right there you see those dots, that tells me we're able to scan, so I'm going to park right here. The ironclad, well, the server's still catching up, and the ironclad's not got the best scanning. If you look here, see how that's 0. It won't zoom. It won't. Can't change the scan angle and stuff on it right now. The Drake cutters are the same way, unless they've changed them. It's just I guess you could say it's a Drake thing. shoddy equipment. Alright, let's go jump in the golem and now, like I say, you don't need to use the ironclad for this, but I've been been testing out several of the missions. The ship in distress one, if you look, those 3 components came from that, and that gear right there came from that mission too. That's the only reason I really have the ironclad. I wouldn't go to all the trouble of loading all this up and unloading and doing all that just for these scanning missions. I just zip back and forth in the golem. If I needed to refuel, just call for a fueling beacon. Probably would be the way I would do it if I was grinding. Alright, let's find us some iron right fast. Oh, look at that, major torque imbalance. See, if you ain't got that in, you ain't in a mining ship.
Engines online. Launch complete.
Alright, over there's Levski. Let's see what we can find.
Shield system offline.
What do we have? 1780. Wow, won't you look at that? First thing. That'll be an iron. There you go. Whoops. Landing gear. That's better. 1 minute I can tell you right off the top of my head what stuff is, and the next minute I don't even know my landing gear's down.
Shield system online.
Alright. Let's see if we can get these knocked out. I want to get back. See what I need to do to get that pitman going. Ooh, as a matter of fact, if any of these are good, I'll need that iron. 6. Ooh, and any of them's good, and I can mine with this golem. 5. 6. Oh, wait a minute, we're trying to complete a contract. Sorry. Got pitman on my mind. I'm getting sidetracked. Scan. There are 2 there. One of them's complete. I think that's all of them. Let's check them out here and see.
Let's go ahead and call that last job done.
Last job done. Alright. Can I mine any of these? 28, nope. 36, nope. 19, nope. Not without some help. I think that's all of them. 6. Alright. So we'll go ahead and call it there. But because now I've got crafting a pitman to try and see if I can swap laser heads on this. But I'll need copper and iron for that. And iron, if you had surges on here, the golem would do decent with iron, but because of the mass of iron, it comes in really big rocks, and so it makes it difficult for a small ship to mine it. You can, but I'd rather have the mole with me so that if I find a large rock that's high quality, I can get it. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll go out scanning with the golem, and then if I find a big rock, then I just kind of cheat a little bit and I backspace, and I leave the golem sitting there at that big rock, and I get the mole and come back. But anyway, we'll call it done there, and I'll see if I can put this together and get it out to you guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and you're welcome to ask me any questions that you want.